Hello YouTube! It is a time to watch finals of CW Grand Prix tournament, where MypZuK from Craftsman of War fight against Killerfisch from Total War Rebels. Well, this was a bit strange. So, first game was played on rice fields, and let me start with army compositions, as I usually do. MypZuK have Infantry de Marine and United States Marines on the center of his army. He has 150 range Blackbears on both flanks. He also have Black Tortoise Force on his left flank. He have 4 6 chevron Yariki and 1 2 chevron Shogun Guard Cavalry. His general, by the way, is Bushido General, which is quite typical for him. Now let's take a look at Killerfisch's army. He has United States Marines, Infantry de Marine in the middle. He have 150 range Imperial Guard Infantry, which is quite unusual. Never seen this unit vetted to 150 range. And he also have 2 vanilla Whitebeards on his right and left flank. His cavalry contingent consists of 4 highly vetted Yariki. They all have 6 chevrons. And he also have Bushido Gen. So, composition-wise, from the very start we can tell that Killerfisch have line advantage and MypZuK have cavalry advantage. The question is if they can use the advantage they have. So let me speed this up a little and we will watch what they do. Now, for some reason Killerfisch is first at the dodges and MypZuK have to stop early. I don't know, maybe he started walking later. But he was second, and right now Killerfisch capturing both melee dodges. Now let's take a look at this flank where fight starts. MypZuK let Killerfisch have first volley on this 125 range unit, so he can have first volley on his 150 range Blackbeard. This is a good move, but I will slow this down. This is probably mistake on MypZuK's part. Here Killerfisch have opportunity to flank with his Whitebeards, and MypZuK doesn't use any of his cavalry on this flank to somehow even out this situation. And right now he is obviously losing a line fight because of this flanking Whitebeards. And look at this. This is a really important moment. MypZuK moved his infantry de marine just a little, and now they are shooting at Imperial Guard infantry. And no matter how small it seems, someone might even think this was a good move. Well, he got volley on Imperial Guard infantry, but in reality this is a huge mistake, because now Killerfisch will have first volley on his infantry de marine against MypZuK's infantry de marine. And just watch at this. Both units have 100 men. And look, one volley got almost 40 men killed. And now it's, well, I would say if we exclude cavalry from fight, line fight was already won by Killerfisch. 80 men against 52. Now, here the cav engagement started, and the cavalry stats were even at the start of the game, but look at stats now. Because of 2 melee dodges, Killerfisch has 26 melee attack, and I can see on this resolution 30 defense, I guess, and MypZuK have only 24 attack and 10 defense. So right now 4 of Killerfisch Yariki can take on 5 MypZuk's cavalry and actually win. But to make that worse, Killerfisch has Whitebeards to reinforce his cavalry. And here, obviously, Infantry de Marine was destroyed, and Killerfisch finishing his flanking maneuver with his Whitebeard infantry. Overall, this game seems like it's going to end with Killerfisch winning it, winning first game of the finals of CW Grand Prix tournament. And I want to stress this out one more time. This little move, no matter how small it might seem, was deciding move of the game. It was bad engagement on MypZuK's part, and it lost him a line fight, which lost him a game. Well, the second mistake he did, he rushed into head-on cav fight when he obviously had disadvantage on this flank. In my opinion, MypZuK should have used his cavalry more defensive. For example, use his Shogun guard cav and 2 Yari cavalry on right flank to defend from enemy's charge, and use 2 other Yari cavalry to help win line battle at the left flank. So MypZuK didn't use his cavalry advantage at all. He was just straight on charging enemy, which isn't good when enemy has help from his line infantry. This is always a bad idea, in my opinion. But I recommend you to download replay of this game and watch it yourself, because someone might say, well, this is typical boring game on rice fields. No, it's not. This game which you can learn from, and you should learn from it, because if you learn how to not engage in this situation where you should not engage, this will be a huge improvement in your game. Because when I look at my own replays, I can't always see things like that. But in this game, you can see it clearly how one small movement made a big difference. So now that I told that, let's take a look at final statistic. Killerfisch obviously has more men because he deployed more line infantry, and because of bad volleys on his elite marines, he has much better kill stats. Now let's look at individual statistic. Well, you have seen it on the map. This infantry de marine got first volley, and from that point they were unstoppable. What surprises me is how good Imperial Guard infantry did. I mean, they were shot at by two MypZuK's 150 range units, and they still got 85 kills. This is surprising and good for him. Blackbeard's infantry, well, nothing to tell about them. United States Marines, nothing to tell about them either. They paid for themselves. There wasn't any particularly good engagement for them, so it's just even exchange. 2-year cavalry did really good, and I have to rewatch replay and to see. I want to know if this is a cavalry that was charged first or cavalry that came into fight later. This can actually be useful to know. Now let's take a look at the MypZuK. These Blackbeards, it's probably Blackbeards from the left flank, which were shooting at the Imperial Guard infantry, United States Marine. Well, what's important here is how bad infantry the Marine did. You can see it with your own eyes, how that little step made this expensive unit a dead waste. I can speak it clearly. So anyway, this was a really cool game, and I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly recommend you to download the replay and analyze it by yourself. So thank you for watching, and let's dive into the second game.